Hello and welcome finally to the next instalment of my vlog. Huge apologies for not getting this posted last week. I had laryngitis, which was a nightmare. Completely lost my voice. Was getting to the stage where I was going to have to do a Bob Dylan impression with the word boards to sort of say things. I just was squeaking for the whole of last week, but as you can hear, it's back. It's still a little bit croaky, but I'm a lot better than I was. And then we had problems with Blogger as well, and that went down, and it just got, everything seemed to conspire against me. But I'm back, and I'm here. I mean, here we are at last. So hope this is worth waiting for, and I do promise you that I'm going to get back to doing weekly vlogs as soon as I can. You know, as long as I don't get any more dreaded lurgies or there's any technical hitches, I should be okay. Now, hat of the week. You'll notice it's a hat you've not seen before, everybody. Woo! This is a really old hat, actually. I was doing some tidying up at the weekend, and I happened to come across it. I must have bought it about at least 7 or 8 years ago from Accessorize. It's corduroy, which is very nice, very tactile, and I just found it, and it was really nice. It's kind of like coming across an old friend, so it was quite good to do that. And also because the hat situation is getting quite scarce. Mandy Baggett, hi Mandy, who's my very good friend on Twitter, suggested that we launch a campaign called Hats for Wordy. So here you are. If you have any old hats kicking around the house that you think deserve their 9 minutes of stardom on my vlog, then consider sending them to me and they can appear in my blog. I don't know if anybody's going to be interested in this. If you'd like to volunteer a hat, I would be very, very pleased. You can drop me an email at mirandawordy@gmail.com, or you can leave me a message on my comments, in the comments box underneath the vlog, and let me know if you've got any hats at all and you'd like to see them featuring in glorious Technicolor, HD Technicolor on my vlog, then please consider sending them to me. So that's the Hats for Wordy appeal is officially launched as of now. Now, where am I at this week with stuff? I'm still editing. Surprise, surprise. This is actually the longest time that I've had to do the structural edit, and it's worked out so well because it feels like it's a lot more organic. It's happened naturally. I feel like I've been writing when I've felt like it. Even though I've been writing every day, I felt it's a lot more natural, and the flow's been a lot better. In the past, I've had maybe 3 or 4 weeks to do this stage, and it's always felt a bit rushed, and there have always been things that I've felt I needed more time on. So it's been really, really nice to just hang out with my characters and dream up some new things for them, and really max out on the themes of the book about all the weddings that Romilly plays out through the year, and her search for the mystery stranger, and what's happening with her and Charlie as well at the same time. So I know you're going to live it. I know you're going to live it. Feeling very, very positive with stuff at the moment, so that's good. I've taken the week off this week from work. I work 3 days a week, but I've taken a week's holiday so that I can get things done, and it's really nice to know that I've got a full run at it this week. I haven't got to stop and start to go to work, which is what I normally have to do. So again, I hope that's going to help. So by the end of the week I should have it more or less done, which is really nice, and then it means that I can have a few weeks off before we then start with the next edits, which are the pretty nasty ones actually, the line edits. So I'll talk more about that in the next few weeks. Now I've got some questions. Thank you very much for your questions again. Sorry it's taken so long to get back to them. Dot, who runs a Dot Scribbles blog, hi Dot. Dot wanted to know, have I ever said anything when I've seen somebody reading my book, or have I kept quiet? Do you know, I have yet to see somebody reading my book. Lots of my friends have seen people reading my book. Lots of people have seen it being read on holiday. I know that Lindsay Kelk, who's the author of the I Heart series, who's just amazing, she actually made somebody buy it apparently. So I wouldn't want to refuse Lindsay anything, because she's great, but I wouldn't want to. She's quite scary. And apparently she persuaded a lady at Heathrow to buy my book in the bookshop. So thanks very much for that. But yeah, so lots of other people have seen it, but I've yet to see it. But I would love to know, where people were when they read my book. So why don't you tell me? Drop me a line. Just put a comment in the box underneath the blog and tell me where you were when you first read Fairy Tale of New York or Welcome to My World, because I'd be really interested to know that. That fascinates me, to know where it is. So I'm still living in hope that one day I'm going to walk into my local bookshop and there's going to be somebody that's just picked up my book from the shelf, and I probably won't say anything. Writers tend to be, we're a weird bunch. We sort of, on the one hand, want to go in and say, everybody buy my book, it's amazing, go and buy it now. And then at the same thing, when somebody sort of says, oh, is this your book? You sort of feel really apologetic about it. I don't know if that's just a British thing or if it's just me, but quite a lot of my friends who are writers say the same. They're sort of like, you just sort of go in and just check on your book and then you don't make a big thing about it. But there we go. Let's hope that answers your question. Marilyn, hi Marilyn, wants to know, have I been to New York yet? No, I haven't. I wrote Fairy Tale of New York for fun. A lot of you will know this. I didn't write it to be published. I wrote it to entertain myself, and so I was really shocked when I found out that it had been discovered on Autonomy and that Avon wanted to publish it. But I wrote it because I couldn't afford to go there. So I bought travel books, and I grilled my friends who'd been there incessantly, and I watched all their home videos that they'd made over there, and you know, looked at loads of photos and all that kind of stuff. I haven't been there yet. I've been too busy writing books, but hopefully we will. You know, the plan is to go there. Bob and I are obviously getting married next year, so we're saving this year. But hopefully next year, you never know, we might get over there. That would be amazing if we do. If I do get over, or when I get over to New York, I will take you with me. I will take my camera and I'll do my own tour of New York, which would be amazing, because it was great to do my tour of Birmingham. I'm going to do a tour of Stourbridge coming soon as well. So to do a tour of New York would be amazing. So if anyone wants to send me to New York, that's great. But hopefully next year. So I hope that answers your question. And finally, I've got a bit of a confession to make. Somebody asked me a question on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot to write down who it was. I think it might have been Kirsty from Novelicious. Hi Kirsty. So I think this was you. If not, then I'm attributing a question to you anyway. And the question was, where do I get my character names from? I actually get my character names from loads of places, but Romilly, who's the lead character in It Started With a Kiss, there's a newsreader or a journalist on ITN who's called Romilly Weeks. And I always loved her name, always thought her name was amazing, so that was where that came from. But I get my names from credits at the ends of films. That's a really good place to get character names from. And also, when you look in a magazine and they have the column that tells you, that has all the staff names on, so you know, the editor and sub-editor, associate editors, and all the picture editors and the advertising people, that's a really good source for names as well. So various characters in over the 3 books have come from there. So that's where I get them from. I hope that answers your question. So that's everything. Let me know what you'd like to know. Ask me some questions for next week. Obviously I'll start talking about the line edits and where we go from here. I'm hoping that the cover design will be around in the next few weeks, so as soon as I see that, I will share that with you. I'm very excited because it's going to be slightly different from the others. I think that's it for now. So leave me a question, ask me anything, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.